All right, so it's been a while, haven't said much of anything about these 49ers, but I've been following everything on, been watching every game, uh, and yeah, we lost a lot of games just based on the shortcomings of our offense, pretty much. There's nothing else that comes along with it. It's pretty much on them. Our defense has been doing their job. The front seven has actually been fairly amazing through these first couple of games. One thing I can tell you is that DB's got to get better. DB's got to get way better because we're still getting killed on these deep balls. We're still getting killed on certain routes. I bought into Robert Saleh when he first came in, but the only thing that I don't like, and I hate this, and I've seen plenty of D coordinators do it, he's not the first, he won't be the last. Why, when you're on the goal line, are you playing off? Why are our DBs backed up? Why aren't we playing press? When we get inside the 20, it's 20 yards. You can't get beaten 20 yards. You shouldn't be able to get beaten 20 yards anyway. So the DBs should man up. Everybody should be able to find who they're supposed to cover, and we're supposed to be able to get going. But, our offense is just, it's stagnant, and we come on in the second half. And what's weird is we used to come on in the first half and then disappear in the second half. Now in the first half, we're non-existent. We can't do nothing but kick field goals. But now in the second half, we just find a way to start finding a rhythm. So, penalties have been killing us on offense and defense. The simplest thing I can say right now is that it's time to continue with the rebuild and continue to move forward. But we need to move forward with a quarterback change. So at this present time, Brian Hoyer, you need to be benched, period, point blank. You're not doing a good job. You're overthrowing people. You're throwing the ball where people aren't even at. There's no communication. I mean, the only person you seem to have chemistry with is Pierre Garcon. I've just lost all faith in Brian Hoyer, period, point blank. At this point, our season is lost. It's not like we're going to make we're 0-5. We're not going to have a 10-game run and possibly sneak into the playoffs in a wild card shot. I say we start C.J. Beathard, go ahead and see what the kid's got, and just give the offense a chance to thrive. Watching Brian Hoyer and Aldrick Robertson try to communicate is just, it's oil and water. It's like Crips and Bloods. It just don't mix. It's just it's almost like they hate each other. Because he can't put the ball where Aldrick Robertson can get it, and then when he does, Robertson drops it. Or if he puts the ball in one spot, Robertson's looking at him like, I wasn't supposed to run that route. So there's a horrible line of communication going on between these two. So you just can't do that. As far as our running back situation, I like the mix in of Breida and Carlos Hyde. Breida is a little speedster, so if he gets off and he's gone, he's gone. Nobody's going to catch that kid. He just looks like he's ridiculously fast. Mostert, he doesn't really see the field that much, so, he's there, but, they're basically just trying to make sure Carlos stays fresh. I get it. As far as anything else, special teams look awesome. They've been doing a really good job this year according to Pro Football Focus and everything, but it's time to start fresh, start over, and we need to go ahead, bench Hoyer, put in C.J. Beathard, and see what he can do. All the fans have been calling for it. I've been calling for it. And, Shanahan, you're driving me insane with this. We're right there. We're almost there. We're almost there. It's like you can only be almost there so many times. As fans, we don't care about almost there. Almost doesn't count as a fan. If I'm watching, I'm supporting the team. If I buy merchandise, if I do all these things, I don't want to hear nothing about almost. I projected at least 6 to 8 wins this season. We're already down 5 games with no wins. So, I can't get to 6 to 8 if you don't even get to 1. Losing all these games by such a small margin is definitely something that crushes and kills us. And I understand why you say, there's good things to be thought of. And I'm pretty sure that, you have to say these things. You have to go ahead and tell everybody, oh, everything's okay. We're good. Nothing's wrong. We're going to stick with Brian, for this and that and all that other stuff. But when he screwed that play up on the sideline in OT, I looked dead at your mouth, and they zoomed right at you. Said the word "fuck," as in, damn it, I'm tired of watching this guy screw the team up. But you won't shift from him, and I don't understand why. You drafted C.J. Beathard because you saw something in him, no one else. So, period, point blank, it's time to shut Brian Hoyer down, put C.J. Beathard in, and see what the kid's got. At least we know whether we need to draft a quarterback or whether we can just invest the rest of the season in this kid and just keep rolling with him. You know, he looked pretty good in preseason. I mean, he had the ugliest 65-yard run for a touchdown in the preseason, but I can't knock him. Hey, it ain't got to be pretty. You just got to score. So, another thing that Brian Hoyer does is he stands in the pocket. He watches the pocket collapse and does not move. So, why are you standing there? What is the significance of you not even paying attention to a point where you know the pocket is collapsing, you feel the heat, and you stand right there? You take the sack, you don't do anything. So, our division is being run by the Rams, NFC West. Rams look great. Jared Goff looks great. Todd Gurley's in full-on beast mode. He was definitely in beast mode against us. You know, Cardinals, Seahawks, offensive line, you know, it's both of them just have bad offensive lines. You know, I like the fact that we're starting to get pressure on QB and we're doing things. And, you know, like I said, our front seven, I trust him. I trust him wholeheartedly. Ray, I like the fact that he's healthy because Ray's making moves. That interception was a godsend, and Hoyer fucked that up too. But as a whole, we need to make some changes. And the start is at quarterback. Hoyer needs to be benched. And, you know, we need to go ahead and put in C.J. Beathard. It's smarter. It's what we need to do. It's what we have to do. We've got to get a fresh start. Because if Hoyer starts again, I mean, what's the significance of even watching the game? I watch because I love my Niners. I've been watching since Jerry Rice, man. I was a kid in the 80s, and when I watched Jerry Rice catch a ball, I asked my mother who that team was and who that guy was. She told me that was Jerry Rice, and she told me that was the San Francisco 49ers. And ever since then, I've been sold. But I'm not going to be sold on watching my team tank a season with a worthless piece of crap for a quarterback. And it's nothing against the guy on a personal level because I don't know him, never met him, probably don't care to meet him. But as far as from a fan standard and a quarterback standard, you suck something awful, Brian Hoyer. And you're killing my team. You're like a cancer. And we need to go ahead and just cut you out and hope and pray that you don't come back. I'd rather watch C.J. Beathard fall on his face because at least I know that that's rookie mistakes that he's making. There's a difference. You're a veteran. You've been in this league for way too long. And what have you done? You've been a journeyman. Why? Because nobody has faith in you to continue to keep you as their quarterback because you're not somebody's future. You're going to continue to be somebody's backup. You're good enough for that. You can come in and win a game or two here or there, but other than that, it's what you are. You're a journeyman quarterback. That's what you will be labeled as because that's what you have been your whole career. I know that, you and Shanahan have some type of relationship, but at this point, the relationship, it can still be there. I mean, you'll still get your game checks, you'll still get paid, but we need to see what Beathard has, and we need to go ahead and start moving in the right direction. So that's all I have to say, but, these last couple of weeks have been painful, watching us lose by small points. The only thing I can really say good is, like I said, front seven looks amazing. DB's got to get better because we're still getting beat on certain things, and we got stupid penalties. They picking on Richard, but he's starting to come along slowly. I would have loved to see Akello get a lot more time than he did, but he got injured, so we couldn't really do much on that. But as far as the offensive line, they got to get better. But I love Joe Staley. Joe Staley is a mainstay, but we got to find his replacement. We got to do some things. So everything is cool, but for that, it's time to sit Hoyer and start Beathard.